Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Shame on News. Sorry to all my Capitals fans, or friends that are fans. They're Capitals fans, friends, whatever. They were eliminated earlier by the Penguins, apparently, and Sidney Crosby. So you know that I'm not a lover of that result. But hey, things happen. Also, bizarrely, the first thing that I wanted to talk about today is something that I think is absolutely ridiculous, and I can't stand it. And it comes from Yahoo News, Isabel Goretzin. Harvard to hold graduation ceremony for black students only. I think this is ridiculous. More than 170 students and 530 guests have signed up to attend the Black Commerce commencement event, the first university-wide ceremony for black students. Why? I don't understand. The organizers say the event is in celebration of the fellowship rather than segregation and highlights the unique achievements. Well, why not have like a party later or something? But either way, it's exclusivity. It's exclusive. I can't get behind this type of stuff. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that white people would have a ceremony for themselves, or that black people would have a ceremony for themselves, especially at Harvard. It is Harvard to hold graduation ceremony for black students only. I think that's terrible. I think it'd be terrible if they did only Asian students. I think they would do anything with only black students, only women, only men, only transgenders. Only any one of those situations helps create divide and helps separate. And even if it isn't maliciously separating people and dividing people, it's subconsciously helping to nudge that agenda along in their heads. People that tend to have a little bit of an issue or a little bit of racism towards blacks are going to get even more upset about that. There's going to be racism. There's going to be racist things said. People who maybe necessarily think white people are to blame for things or don't like white people are racist to white people will also have certain things to say, and it will further each other's agenda, furthering the diverse not the diversity because we don't have it. I mean, we have it, but we're not embracing the diversity. Instead of embracing the diversity, which would be to acknowledge the fact that here today we have 70 African-American students, we have and years ago it wouldn't be that way. You know, you could say something like that during the actual ceremony where everybody's together rather than segregate like this and also just put a negative spin on everything. And it's not a spin, actually. It's just negativity is what it does. I understand the idea of it was supposed to be to celebrate and all these things, but you're really doing the opposite and you're sending the wrong message. This is entirely ridiculous, a step back. And I'm very, very disappointed in Harvard. And to be honest, I think Harvard should be ashamed of itself. Mr. Putin, Vladimir Putin, who's always funny, basically was asked about what he thought about Donald Trump firing James Comey, and basically it was a weird interview, and Putin was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I got nothing to do with that. I'm going to play hockey with real hockey players right now. You should play hockey too. Like, I mean, that's basically what Putin said. Putin is awesomely, like, bizarre. Like, I have no idea what to make of him. I can't tell if he's, like, the most evilest person who's also hilariously awesome, or if he's just straight up evil, or if he's crazy. I don't know. But Putin always appears to be like that crazy uncle that you might have, except he's in charge of the entire country. But there's a lot of misinformation about Putin. There's a lot of different thoughts on him that kind of vary all. Like, people think he's just all straight up evil. People think he's actually a pretty good guy. Like, it's somewhere probably in the middle there. But man, this is a bizarre hockey interview. I don't know. He's going to a hockey game. This guy like rides horses naked. I mean, whatever. So there you go with that. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and look it up. I'll leave the article for you in the description box down below. Tesla continues to invent these freaking awesome things. Well, Tesla, not the real Tesla because he's dead, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Elon Musk. So there's these new solar roofing tiles. So they're starting to get into the roofing business, which is a good idea because, you know, it's actually doing fairly well. Like, I think, like, for a while it was like dead and it was like only like your bizarre neighbors somewhere had them. But looking around even my neighborhood and other neighborhoods, it seems like they're really canvassing these areas for these other ones. But the thing about Elon Musk is these solar panels are much different. They're much thinner. They don't look as crazy as the ones you see on houses now with the elevations and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot different. You can reserve yours, by the way, right now for a $1,000 deposit. And then they will set you up with the installation, which, depending on the size of your roof and house, it could cost you between $20,000 and $50,000, depending on what you get going on. And there's differences with you have an asphalt roof versus, you know, other tiled roofs and things like that. There's all these different options. It looks like you can go anywhere from $20,000 up to maybe even $70,000, depending on what the house situation is. So there's a lot of, like, companies out there right now doing this and putting like a few of these on your roof, and those are usually going from like $8,000 to $15,000. I feel like. So yeah, they actually give a screen and a demo. So if you have a slate house, it's going to cost a whole lot more. Solar roof, non-solar tile, there's an option for that too. So it will look a lot more aesthetically pleasing, I suppose. To many people, you almost wouldn't even realize it. It could be a little darker, have that reflection, but it wouldn't look like those big space satellites that are on top of people's houses right now. And certainly going forward in the future, I think this is going to be a thing where like we're canvassing our freaking houses off these things, right? And honestly, soon, at some point, it's going to take over, man, and we're going to get rid of electricity the way you know it, and we won't have these power lines everywhere. And then perhaps we won't have to worry about solar flares cooking us. However, I do not know myself whether a solar flare that hits the Earth, devastating solar flare that would hit the Earth, would actually have an effect on solar panels itself. I don't know if that's like an EMP where it's out, they're dead, you got to buy new ones, or if it doesn't have any effect on your solar panels. I don't think it would, because I suppose if you turn them off, it wouldn't. So perhaps if we knew a giant solar flare was coming towards the Earth, we could turn everything off and then we'd be okay. I'm looking through the writing here and I don't see anything else that I find important, but I think it's pretty cool. What Tesla or Elon Musk is doing is pretty freaking cool. If only we had all those actual Tesla inventions that could have come out or could have been manipulated and changed and used nowadays, that would probably be... we'd probably be in a better place, maybe. Or we would have burnt the Earth to a crisp by accident, maybe. Well, that's all the crap I have to complain about today, I suppose. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. Don't miss out on the videos. Whether you're watching this right now on Shame on News, or The Joe Cronin Show, or on VidMe, or on YouTube, wherever you're watching this, please follow, comment, like, share, all that crap. And hey, if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you want to support and you're on VidMe, you just leave a damn tip right down there below. Go ahead. I need to buy coffee. I need to buy coffee, seriously. Or just, if you can't do any of that shit, just hit the upvote button and let's get this thing going. We'll see you later. I'm supposed to do a cool thing where it, like...